Hello, I'm Freelander. Welcome to the Game Trove. Today we are talking about Army of Tactics, Army of Fortune, Z3 Bros, and the Meet the Founders AMA that happened yesterday, the 24th of October, 2023. Hopefully my voice is going through okay, and let's get right into it. My apologies if I mispronounced their names. I was not personally able to attend the AMA, and there was not a recording. So, you get to watch some elite battles over here while I go through a summary of what happened. This is the knowledge I have, and may as well do it in video form. Thank you to the um, moderator team on Discord, the community managers, I think anyway, community people for doing the summary. All right, so COO, Chief Operations Officer, I think is what that stands for, Carrie Wang, and CEO, Chief Executive Officer, Xiao Zheng, I think. Sorry about that. So Zhao speaks first. He moved to Finland and worked in Supercell. Worked as player support specialist in Supercell. Over 20 games developed in 2016 or by 2016. Was the first employee in Supercell who is originally from China. Supercell gaming is huge in Asia, by the way. So that is actually a huge plus in that they can get international players interested in their games. Supercell understands how to build a game from scratch. Big lessons there that he learned. Also, people that come from certain backgrounds have a lot of drive and ambition in certain ways, so I think that's a very good plus. If he had a hard upbringing, or if he didn't, just the different perspective of being from another area can be very very beneficial. All right. So second lesson that he learned: why Supercell was successful as a small company. Supercell was founded in 2010. I really wish I could have listened to this live. Originally founded to develop games for Facebook games. Supercell saw opportunities in the iPhone and Android phones later on, which is why Supercell pivoted from Facebook games to smartphone games, and they were very successful in doing so. So, forward-looking vision there. Golden vision is what it's called in some circles. Very important. If you compare Army of Tactics to other Web3 games in the mobile space, Zhao says, proudly states that Army of Tactics is superior in quality. It is a very fun game, very good to play. Most crypto games are not as good as it. That being said, there's things that can improve. The genre is not for everybody, but Army of Fortune is coming very soon. Before you know it, and next 6 months probably, we'll have closed beta. CEO Zhao states that he aims to be the weakest CEO in terms of power, as he wants to redirect that power to the community. I appreciate that. They are very active in listening to what the community has to say, but it's also nice for them to be able to make, especially early stages, to steer the ship, so to speak. So I think they're striking a very good balance in that regard. All right, the CEO, Carrie, speaks. Entrepreneurship is exactly what we need in this environment. they have traveling from Australia to a lot of other countries and around the world. Already 5 years in the industry. Started work in, and I think she means Web3. Started work in OKX. Worked in the listing team. Oh, so getting tokens ready to list. That's cool. Was OKX as an exchange, pretty sure. Not as familiar with it, so sorry about that. Was tasked to, I have heard it a bunch. I just haven't looked into it. Was tasked to talk to and interview people who have an understanding from different projects and different avenues. Okay, so she was evaluating the different projects. Very cool, and the teams and the methods of approaching things. Very, very good. Personally wants to see a success story of his own, which is why he joined Army of Fortune. Cool. So he wants to make it his own. He wants to not be a cog in somebody else's system, is how I've heard it said. Very cool. Oh, this is not an elite battle. This is just against the AI. I wanted to give a break between so that I didn't face the exact same guy right away. All right. And also the drive to have your own success is a very good motivator for achieving great things, in my opinion. Because you could just work a high-paying job and be fine, but those who want to go above and beyond and create their own thing, I really resonate with that a lot. I don't mind being an employee when I have time to and money to pursue my interests. I would prefer to be working in like Web3, which is one of the reasons why I have this YouTube, is to get into actually helping and working in Web3, because I do believe it is the future. And crypto gaming, I think, is at least one of the most interesting niches in that space for me personally, and I do think it will be huge and will dwarf traditional games by a long shot. Okay, which is why you joined the Army of Fortune. Detour there, but you get to know me on this stream. If anybody has any ideas for my channel, just let me know. But I'm the reason why I'm going full bore on Army of Fortune is because I do believe they have a future, and I do believe they will be successful, and I kind of want to share in that success in a small way and help it to succeed. I think the game mechanics in Army of Tactics are genius, and if this is just their test game, let's just put something out there before their actual like flagship game, their pride and joy game, I really think they're on their way to victory. So a little bit about me. All right, we are almost done. I keep distracting myself in the same sentence. Last GameFi cycle was back in 2021, rudimentary, but seen good success. So it's proven that games and finance can go together. And the problem is that when you mix something and money goes up and down. Something and money that is tied to the markets, money goes up and down. So people gain money and then they lose money. And usually a lot more people lose money than gain money. Now, we've learned a lot of lessons to hopefully make that more sustainable. But it's still going to happen a little bit, and we just need to, as an industry, educate people and also not be as predatory as far as needing new players to come in. or needing new players to come in because they're there for the money. We want them to be there because they're there for the game. And if they want to make a little money on the side, that's great. Okay. And aligning the focus, the incentives, so that long-term players of a game actually do benefit from the ecosystem, whereas players that jump and jump and jump and jump around might not get as much benefit. But if they're interested in just playing games for a little while, then they don't need to share in the ecosystem benefits as much. That's my opinion. That's my take. A lot to say today, apparently. Okay, so GameFi saw good success in 2021, but the GameFi, the gameplay was rudimentary, and also some of the mechanics of it. Focused on creating high quality GameFi products, not just pump and dump type projects when brainstorming with Zao. So yeah, how to create sustainable ecosystems, and I think having one token for your ecosystem and building multiple games is a good way to do that, because people will constantly be excited about the next game and not just move from your ecosystem to another ecosystem. Now, that's not necessarily a bad thing in some regards, just so long as there's people moving back into your ecosystem. So there's wash back and forth isn't too bad a thing, just so long as it's not too terribly crazy that it scares off people from actually participating in your ecosystem when they see their portfolios go a lot down when a big slosh of players moves. So navigating that will still be difficult, but something to look forward to, the ups and downs. And if you're here now, then you have opportunity. Not financial advice, but just about everything's relatively low right now. Could go lower, could stay the same, could go way up. So could go to zero. But it's about picking quality projects and hoping some of them succeed really, really well. So a lot of people diversify into more than one projects, or at least some of the smaller people I know diversify into multiple projects so that they don't lose all their money in one go. Let's see. Okay, would love to make sure that the game can remain long-term and long shelf life. Want to change the notion in people about GameFi labeled games. Yes, I personally believe, this is my personal conviction, that there was a war waged on crypto that's kind of petering out now. Started 2.5 years ago, that labeled crypto as evil and bad and not good, and targeted different audiences. So call me a conspiracy theorist, but I believe certain powers that be do not want decentralized finance to exist. They want to control people, and that if people that GameFi could play a big role in that, in not being able to control the next generation. So they had to throw mud on it, and I wouldn't be surprised if certain traditional gaming influencers were paid for hit pieces on NFTs, or just rumor mills started to diss them. And just people being grumpy about the prices going down. A combination of those factors is why I believe NFT and GameFi have a bad rep, and there was a lot of cash grabs that definitely did not help. So beware of cash grabs. Pick quality projects, not financial advice. And yeah, they have Yeah, that's pretty much all that I have on here from that. Let me check something real quick because we can go for just a bit longer. My AMA summaries usually go a little long, but let's see. We're almost done with that. Trying to find it. See if it copied all of it, because I copied this from one of the moderators on Discord. Oh, no, it didn't copy all of it. Oh, we got a lot of questions. Okay, so I'll try to go through this relatively quickly. Zhao speaks again. Supercell was really tight-lipped about the releases of new games. However, for the hardcore fans and OG co-builders, a little bit of information will be given. So as opposed to Supercell. The Metaverse is Army of Fortune. However, Army of Tactics is the first release. Why? Army of Tactics has long-term retention rate. It's more complicated with its game mechanics, which results in lower short-term retention. Wanted to test the waters with Army of Tactics using its existing game from Auto Tactics Battler, implementing Web3 features. Army of Fortune will be more exciting than Army of Tactics. It's built from the ground up, genre-defining, real-time deck-building game. Why? Because you can collect cards real-time and fight in real time. Stay tuned for closed beta 1 of Army of Fortune. Woohoo! Q&A with Como, Carrie, and Zhao. Question for the founders: where do you see the product and brand in 2 years? We will have a more robust system, Web3 ecosystem. My vision is to stay in the market for years to come. More content will be pumped into games to come. We're thinking decades, 10 to 20 years. In several years, there should already be several games, more islands to be launched in Army of Tactics as well. How big is the project goal? This person asking the questions. Oh, I'm sorry, that's not going. Person asking the questions was saying that he truly believes that AOFverse have the most potential Web3 game. We're thinking decades. Will the team number grow? Wishes to give that power to the people to vote on how big the team will grow to be. They have mentioned that they do want to grow in the next few months to really start game development on Army of Fortune. Oh no, the basic build on Army of Fortune is done, but to really up the amount. All right, some questions about private sale. The information is available on the Discord. With games coming to, is there an opportunity coming to your metaverse? Is there an opportunity for devs like myself to create units that could be put into games or assets, unit skins example in general? In the metaverse, there are some characters that are interswitchable between games with concept artists in the team to ensure that the characters fit the metaverse. However, community created characters could also be used in the future. Their game 3.0 does state that user created content is important, so I imagine they are trying to work on systematic and elegant ways of doing that. I really hope it's elegant, because you could really mess up a game by just having somebody put a candy cane stick figure in your game and having it bashing on people. It just wouldn't fit the vibe. So gonna have Oh, the CEO doesn't want to interfere with Kamal's role. So they won't be doing AMAs as frequently as CEO. Um, yeah, I see how he wants to be on the back burner. I hope he's doing a lot of work on the back end to get people. Oh, I way overcommitted on this one. Wonder if I is this the battle I lost? Oh, I way overcommitted on this one. Man, I was so busy with what I was setting up. Oh man, did I did I end up losing that? Oh no, that was the last battle, so I was just throwing all my troops out. Okay, I was like, why did I set up so many when they set up so few? Okay, that's all for this AMA that I know of. So I will stop talking for the day. Hopefully you were entertained. Hopefully you learned something. Um, they're really trying to build their people and really use their people for what they do best. So I appreciate that about the company, and hopefully they're focused on business to business, and I know they are because they have an app in the app store already that is a crypto app, and so the CEO has good connections, and also that they're growing their team both internally um, and with what the team needs come up with as they develop. So that's all I have for you today, Freelander.